85 Biff, who is more of a crime boss than a middle-aged asshole and certainly not a meek and mild car detailer. This Biff is corrupt and murderous and greedy. In fact, he'd make a perfect politician. He's powerful and rich beyond anyone's wildest dreams, which is exactly what you don't want your high school bully to become. But that is precisely what happened, and the world, or at least Hill Valley, was all the worse because of it. He buys the police off and lets crime run rampant, and the whole town becomes pretty much like a level in Double Dragon. And then we learn that he murdered George McFly and married Marty's mom. This is the worst possible outcome. Alternate 85 Biff, or Dark Biff, is by far the most intense of the 5 different personas. And Thomas F. Wilson's portrayal of this persona really made you afraid of him. And up to this point in time, you were either annoyed or mildly amused by the character. Now you see him as a real threat, because he has absolute power, yes! And absolute power corrupts absolutely. This version of Biff graduates the character from an asshole bully to an evil villain. Much like the Biff from the unaltered 85 in the beginning of the first film, middle age has lessened his physical intimidation. But with Dark Biff, it doesn't matter. He doesn't need it. He wouldn't beat you up, he would just kill you, and he would get away with it. This is when the film series veers off the road and stops being a comedic sci-fi adventure and becomes a serious crime drama. And this is one of the few times where you're actually worried for Marty's safety. To invoke such a reaction from the audience is a credit to Thomas F. Wilson's ability. The only other times when you fear for Marty's life is in the first film with the Libyan nationalists, and in the third film with his encounters with Mad Dog Tannen. And that character is tremendously threatening because not only do we see him hang Marty, but shoot him as well. Mad Dog Tannen is another stunning and terrifying performance by Thomas F. Wilson. He's totally convincing as this character. He's not just a bully, he's a killer.